Turns out that cheese I really like, with the holes in it, it was Swiss cheese. What's up, YouTube? It's Big Ryan, the fat guy. Wildcard round, 4-0. Divisional round, 3-1. Conference championships, 2-0. If math isn't your thing, Big Ryan, the fat guy, are 9-1 against the spread this playoffs.
9-1.
If you like what we were doing, show us some love on our Patreon page. You can find the link in the description below. In the conference championships, Tom Brady and the Patriots had a mediocre performance, yet they still pulled off the comeback against Blake Bortles and the Jags. The Eagles' O-line dominated the Vikings' D-line, while the Eagles' defense put on an impressive performance. Fat guy, what did you think about the conference championship games?
I'm with most of our audience, and we're devastated by the Patriots' win. New England squeaked by, but they certainly did not cover. Now I've ditched my Ed Kemper ways. I've stopped drowning animals, but at the end of the day, I'm just happy that we made DK money. That's all I'm happy about.
In Super Bowl LII, whatever that means, Tom Brady and the New England Patriots take on Nick Foles and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Patriots are 5.5-point favorites on a neutral field. As always, the Pats have the public on their side, currently at 62%. Fat guy, do you think the Patriots can cover the 5.5-point spread?
Well, I think they can cover any spread. However, though, if the public's on their side, in the Super Bowl, this might be the one instance where it might level off. So I'd be waiting to take the Eagles, but I am interested in taking the Eagles at this price as well as future prices. If it got up to 7.5 points, I'd be laying a few shekels, if you will, on the Philadelphia Eagles.
How about the Philadelphia Eagles offense? How do you feel they'll fare in the Super Bowl?
One big plus for the Eagles offense is their offensive line is playing absolutely lights out. It's a lot like the Baltimore Ravens line of 2013. The line was playing great, the quarterback thus played great, and they went on to greatness. So Nick Foles, he might be able to captain this ship just behind the impressive dominance of the offensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles.
What might be most impressive is that Jason Peters, their Pro Bowl Hall of Fame left tackle, is out. And they're doing it with a guy who stepped in and he played great in the conference championship.
Are you talking about Halapuli Vatai? Well, he's done absolutely fantastic. So he's captained this ship and they're doing just unbelievable. Jay Ajayi has been a nice addition to the mix along with free agent LeGarrette Blount. And the Eagles have been rolling on victory after victory and as underdogs, which they're happy to embody.
How about that Eagles defense, especially that front seven? How do you feel about them?
Behind Fletcher Cox, I think they're a dominant front seven. I think the secondary is very weak, but the front seven is so good that it almost doesn't matter. They get pressure from all angles. Chris Long, Howie Long's son, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, as I mentioned, they all seem to penetrate at just the right moments. A defense that penetrates at the right moment is more important than a defense that's good all around.
For the Super Bowl, how about the special teams for the Eagles?
Well, Jake Elliott has been a pleasant surprise. He made that excellent 61-yard kick against the Giants, which he was promised a game check from star Carson Wentz, who's removed from the team, citing injury. I think the Philadelphia Eagles have about even special teams as the New England Patriots, so it's not much of an edge either way.
How about the Eagles coaching staff with Doug Peterson as the head coach, Frank Reich as the offensive coordinator, and Jim Schwartz as the defensive coordinator?
Schwartz is definitely the star of this group. He had an underwhelming coaching career as a Detroit Lions head coach, but he has coached his defense into tip-top shape. They are world beaters. They definitely are. They've outlasted the Vikings, they've outlasted the Jaguars, and they're the last great defense in the dance. They are able to stop the New England Patriots. It's just a question of will. Jim Schwartz has done an incredible job. He should definitely be commended for it. Peterson has never been here. Neither has Frank Reich. Well, Frank Reich did as a backup for the Buffalo Bills, but that's not going to be enough to carry him. So let's look for Jim Schwartz and his defense to stop the New England Patriots in the upcoming Super Bowl.
Now on to the Patriots. How about their offense, highlighted by Tom Brady, the Golden Boy, and Rob Gronkowski, who may or may not play due to a head injury?
Well, may or may not play is a big deal for the New England Patriots. He's the focal point of their offense. They have 4 running backs, headlined by Dion Lewis, but Gronk is the focal point of that offense. If he doesn't play, it's going to be really difficult for them to game plan. because without him, teams are able to key in on good players such as Danny Amendola and Chris Hogan, as well as Brandon Cooks, the star receiver of the group. So without Gronkowski, they're going to be in real tough against this stout Eagles defense.
And how about the Patriots defense?
Patriots defense is, I'd say, pedestrian more or less. The secondary is decent. The safeties could upgrade, if you will. The linebackers are absolutely atrocious, and the defensive line is, I'd say, maybe above average. Dietrich Wise Jr. may have been injured in the game against Jacksonville Jaguars, so that'll definitely hurt them. Their linebackers are super old, with players like James Harrison playing multiple snaps. Kyle Van Noy leads the group, and he's a reacher for the Detroit Lions. It's definitely a point to attack for the Philadelphia Eagles. So look for Trey Burton and look for Zach Ertz, number 88 and number 86, to wreak havoc on the Patriots this Super Bowl.
And how about the Patriots special teams?
Well, they're headlined by Steven Gostkowski, who may as well be an Adam Vinatieri reincarnate. He's fantastic. He doesn't seem to miss any kick. I really don't have any negative connotations as far as the Patriots special teams go. I'll take Gostkowski. I'll take the conservative approach and all the fair catches, and they should be just fine heading into the Super Bowl.
Now, how about the New England Patriots coaching staff? Obviously highlighted by Bill Belichick, offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels, and defensive coordinator Matt Patricia.
Well, the interesting thing about those coordinators is they might be on their way out, so their heads might be elsewhere, much like Pat Shurmur's might have been during this game against the Philadelphia Eagles, for the Minnesota Vikings, that is. Patricia should be leaving for the Lions, McDaniel should be leaving for the Cardinals, and Flores might be leaving for the Cardinals. That's three coaches that might be leaving the New England Patriots for another team. Their minds might be elsewhere, so this might be just the time to pounce and defeat them in the Super Bowl. The only team other than New York Giants to defeat them just might be the Philadelphia Eagles of 2018.
Now, we haven't had any props released yet, but are there any props that you're looking forward to?
It would be over for reception yards for both Trey Burton and Zach Ertz. Like I said, they're going to be up against weak linebacking groups, and I would say the over-under for Zach Ertz would be 45, and I would definitely take the over, assuming that's what it is. And for Trey Burton, I would say the over-under should be around 24-25, and I would definitely take the over. So I like the Eagles tight ends. I like their matchup. So give me Zach Ertz, give me Trey Burton, give me a couple touchdowns, give me some yards.
So a recap, who do you like in Super Bowl 52? Is it Eagles plus 5.5 as underdogs, or the Pats minus 5.5 as favorites?
Well, this is going to sound convoluted, but I like the Eagles in the points. But I really, in heart of hearts, I think the Pats will beat them. But give me the Eagles, give me the points, and reluctantly, give me the Pats to win.
Bronies, that's it for us. Good luck with your Super Bowl bets. Subscribe for weekly NFL betting insight, and check out our Patreon page in the description below. What shade of lipstick is that?